pep talk time. Welcome to Kyera in My Pocket, where personal transformation gets intimate, raw, and uncensored. So do not say that I didn't warn you. I'm Kyera Kacey, founder of Liberate Her, an international best-selling author of Rich Bitch Money Goals, Becoming the Energetic Match to Wealth. I have coached thousands of women around the world using our 9 iconic rich bitch principles to change their lives, their businesses, and their bank accounts. So get ready for unfiltered stories, TMI moments, and the exact mindset and embodiment shifts that have helped me build a multi-7-figure empire. I am here to help you on your path to personal and professional success. So tune in, turn up, and let's fucking go. I got a pocket full of Kyera. Whoa. I couldn't help myself. Let's go. So I want to bring through for today's channeled message, I want to share a really powerful conversation that we were having inside of my mastermind yesterday around enough. And the theme of our mastermind became fuck enough. Fuck enough. Now I'm going to tell you what I mean by this. This is really applicable if you're the kind of person that is looking to create more in your life, whether that's, I don't know, more money, more clients, a new relationship, a house on the beach. You want to, I don't know, change careers. Like you want more. Okay. So fuck enough. The whole idea behind this came in with people that have that conversation of, well, like, I don't really care about cars. The car I drive is fine. Like, it's enough. Like, I don't care about big homes. I don't care about purses or material things. Like, what I have is enough. And what I found, this was actually something for me that when I started dating again after my divorce, I started dating men, and I think they were just really intimidated by me. And now I never brought up money. That was something like I don't do that, right? But with social media today, anybody can go to my Instagram and it from face value, you're probably going to judge me. It's what most people do. They see me talk a lot about money. They see Rich Bitch Money Goals, which is the title of my book, and there's a judgment associated to that. In fact, I had this woman, she was like, she was talking about how she was having issues with money and she wants to have this new relationship with money. And so somebody had tagged me in this post and they're like, you should come into Kyera Kacey's 25-day program in July. It's completely free. And she responded, she's like, I don't need another money program. And I'm like, oh man, you're so missing out because this is like the new thing I'm saying. It's not about money and it's not about money, right? It's about your worthiness. It is about your confidence, the belief in yourself. It is about the 9 rich bitch principles that literally create change in your life. They're a blueprint for success. And so anyway, I was thinking about this, but I found that when I started going on dates, men were like, they were bringing up money. And some of the things they would say to me, like, I'm not impressed with what you've created. I'm not trying to keep up with you. And I'm thinking, I never mentioned money. Why are you bringing this up? And of course, I realized that they were just super insecure. And so what I was hearing a lot, like specifically, there were some men and they would be like, I'm not trying to like live your lifestyle. Now, I don't live an insane lifestyle at all. It's not like I have a penthouse in Miami and New York and like, I don't know. It's weird. Like I actually live a very, to me, kind of a normal life. Like I'm not super flashy. I'm bougie with some things, but like I love my car. I drive an Escalade, whatever. Like I live in a nice home, but I wouldn't consider myself like, I don't know. I'm not a girl from LA. I don't know how else to say that. If LA ladies, if that offended you, I don't, you should know what I mean by that, right? Like, but I just noticed that these men were saying things like just conversations about money where they were putting an emphasis on the fact that it didn't matter to them. And what I've realized is that most people, when they're having a conversation, ladies, this should especially be a red flag for you if you're dating. If they're having this conversation around money where they're saying it doesn't matter to them, that should be a red flag. Like, because here's the reality. If the man who's saying money doesn't matter to him came into $10 million tomorrow, he's going to have plenty of things to do with that money. And I guarantee one of the things he's going to do is buy a new car. So if he's like, I don't care about cars, like the car I have is enough. What he's really saying is, like, I don't have the money to buy what I want. And I'm not actually interested in becoming the kind of person that creates financial freedom. Like, majority of the time, that's actually what they're saying. And so I have this gift where I say, I can hear everything you're not saying. So when somebody sends me a text message, if I meet somebody for the first time, they're going to say something, right? Like, we're going to say hello, we're going to exchange, we're going to communicate with one another, we're going to exchange in conversation. But I always hear what they're not saying. And so when men would say to me, well, I don't like what I have is enough. I knew, like, I could hear what they weren't saying. And what they weren't saying is like, I don't feel good enough. I don't have the kind of money to buy the things I want. I'm probably never going to be able to create that kind of lifestyle. But if they could snap their fingers and have it, I guarantee they would. And so it became the theme of our mastermind the other day. Fuck enough. Fuck enough. Like, we all know that we don't need luxury cars, we don't need handbags, we don't actually need the vacation. There's a lot of things we don't actually need to be okay in life. We can have very little and get by. But we don't have to live life that way. So this is the thing about money and creating financial freedom that I always tell people. It's not that you need to. Like, yes, you need food, shelter, you need those things, but you don't need the mansion, you don't need the luxury car, you don't need material things in that way. So this is not about need, this is about desire. And if you want to create something in your life that is quote unquote materialistic, that doesn't mean that you as a person are bad. Like, there's this whole conversation that people have around money where they think if they want something nice, that means they're less spiritual, they're less heart-centered. The H in bitch stands for heart-centered. Like, we're heart-centered in our pursuit of success. And so, fuck enough. The universe is not on a goddamn budget. And you're going to have to get to a point in your life where if you want something more for yourself, you're going to have to stop having the conversation that what you have is good enough. We know it's good enough. You don't have to state that anymore. But what you can start to say is, this was good enough for the version of me that was good with this. Now there's a version of me that's realized I want the vacation. I want the experience of flying first class. I want the experience of a private jet. I want the experience of taking my entire family out to dinner or on a vacation, and I'm able to pay for the entire thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with you wanting those things. And so in the rich bitch community, it's not about need, it's about desire. And if you desire something and you can create it, why wouldn't you do that? And so, fuck enough is like, fuck settling. We're done tolerating. We're standing for a 10 out of 10 in all areas of life, business, relationships, everything, finances, bank account. You want a new wardrobe? Upgrade it. Like, you can create the kind of life that provides you with everything that lights you the fuck up. And here's what's really cool: when you're lit up, when you are coming from a place of financial overflow, your contribution to the world changes. What I mean by that is, when somebody has everything they want, the only thing left to do is give. And I found for myself, naturally, I've just always been a very giving person. Before I created the success that I've created today, I was always the person just, giving. If someone was homeless on the street and they were hungry, like, I'd go buy them food. I remember I was in a Kroger one time. I was in my early 20s. And the woman at the cash register was late. It was winter, it was snowing, and I walked in there, I was checking out, and somehow she and I got in a conversation, and I think I might have asked her what she was doing later, but anyway, she had to catch the bus. And she's like, "I don't have gloves." And I was like, "Oh, no," because I looked down at my gloves and they were my favorite pair of gloves. And, at that time, I didn't have money to just go buy a new pair, but, like, I couldn't not give this woman my gloves. Like, I had a car to drive home. I wasn't gonna be standing outside freezing. And so I just looked at her, I looked down at my gloves, I took them off and I handed them to her. And so I've always been, I'm not saying that for whatever, like, kudos or points. Like, I'm saying that because naturally one of my desires has always been to just give. I love giving. I definitely got that from my parents. Although my mom is very questionable, she is the type of person that if it says do not pick up hitchhikers, prison is 10 prison is 10 miles from here, and she sees someone on the side of the road thumbing. That's what they call it in Ireland, thumbing, hitchhiking. She'll pick them up. Like, she will pick them up. No, I don't think I'm doing that. Okay. But like, that's my mom. We were in Ireland one time, just my mom and I. This was in 2017 when we went back there to spread my stepdad's ashes after he passed away. So she and I are in Ireland. We're in County Kerry. It's the south part of Ireland. And we are driving through a very like mountainous area. There's nobody around, nothing. There's nothing and no one around except this road that just winds on for miles. And there's this random man with his backpack and he's sees us coming. So he puts out his thumb. He wants a ride. And I'm like, Mom, do not pick him up. She picks him up. She picks him up. We're here, we're alive. So it was all good. But like, maybe in that sense, we're a little bit different. So safety first. Anyway, the whole point to this conversation is that when you are honest with yourself about what it is that you want and you stop entertaining those thoughts and those limiting beliefs that are like, it can happen for her, it can happen for him, but it can't happen for me. And you actually start to go, but what if? What if I could buy that dream home? What if I could get my dream car? What if I could create that business and it were a fucking success? Like, what if? What if you were to start entertaining those kind of thoughts? It is the thoughts that we entertain, it is the thoughts that we start to have that shift the trajectory of our life because most people are getting up every day certain that the thoughts they're having are real and they don't ever stop to go, but what if? But what if I could become the first millionaire in my family that didn't go to college? But what if I could change my life? What if the universe really, truly weren't on a motherfucking budget and I could ask for more? What if I became so wealthy that I can make a bigger difference in the world because I'd have more to give? People think that money is the root of all evil. And I think living in fucking lack is a timeline that serves nobody. It serves no one for you to play small, to think small, and to do small. You want bigger results in your life, you're going to have to make bigger moves, period. So today's channeled message, fuck enough. Stand for more, claim more. The universe is not on a budget. This podcast was brought to you by my international best-selling book, Rich Bitch Money Goals, Becoming the Energetic Match to Wealth, which is available at over 39,000 retailers across the nation. So make sure you pick up your copy today. You can find it in places like Amazon, Target, Indigo, Barnes & Nobles, Walmart, and more.